Hi everyone and welcome to Tarot for You 444. I'm kind of laughing at the moment because I just tried to do this video and literally my phone fell off and landed and made like I was looking at it in a really weird way, so it was kind of funny, and Harry was laughing at me as usual. Weren't you, Harry? Yes, you were. He's trying not to be in his ego, remember? Because he's waiting for his twin flame. Aren't you, Harry? And he's been studying very hard all about twin flames. Hang on. Let's see if we can do this. He puts his glasses, well, he borrows my glasses when he studies about twin flames so he can see, even though he doesn't need this lens because this one is always he's always winking. But anyway, he's been studying all about twin flames, and he actually, yes, I'm going to tell him it's your information. It's his information, he's saying, no one else's information, and he wants you to know that he told me. Okay. Alrighty. So anyway, wherever you are in the world, I hope you're having a beautiful day, night, afternoon or evening, first and foremost. And the topic I want to bring up briefly today is regarding, well, it's kind of like the runner chaser thing, but I want you to know that there's no actual runner. I mean chaser. I mean runner. Hang on. Let me ask Harry. Oh. Okay, so Harry says there's only runners. There's only runners. Thank you, Harry. Okay. So, let's talk about this concept so that we understand it. And I'm going to use a metaphor because I think it's the best way to go. All right. So, for those of you who aren't familiar with horses, kind of doesn't matter because you don't need to really know. But I'll just give you a little rundown on an understanding that, you know, if you've ever studied horses and horse whispering, first and foremost, or primarily, then you would understand that, you know, there'll be an arena. Maybe I'll do a bad drawing for you. Hang on. There'll be an arena, and the person who's doing the whispering, you know, trying to connect with the horse without any cruelty, right? This is going to be the worst drawing ever. All right. So bear with me. Okay, because I did not go to art school. All right. And Harry's already laughing. He's already... Stop it, Harry. I'm trying my best. I really am. Okay. Alrighty. So far we've got a stick figure and a horse. Okay. See that? Okay, hang on. We need a mane. We need a mane on the horse. All right. Let's at least give this horse a forelock, and a mane. Okay. Everyone's happy now, aren't you? You love my drawing. And maybe we could give the guy a hat. Should we? We'll give him a hat. Because it's, you know, the sun's there. Let's see. Let's make sure the sun's out. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day in the arena. You're never going to forget this video if you're watching it today. I know you're all jealous of my drawing. Secretly jealous, hey? Harry says he's not jealous at all. I'm laughing a bit too much. All right, so let me try and be serious for a minute. All right, so here this guy is in the arena. Okay. And at first, he's going to push the horse away from him, okay? So if you can imagine, he's going to stay in the center of the arena and he's going to push the horse away. So he might just go, shh, or, you know, he'll generally use his hands, because, you know, horse whispering isn't, you know, a cruel thing at all by any means. It's where you want to connect with the horse on a, I guess you could say on a spiritual level. So it's kind of similar to the twin flame journey. All right, so he's going to push the horse away by moving towards the horse in some way. Okay, so it might just be a few steps forward, and he might just use his arm, and the horse, let's say it's a wild horse that's just come from, you know, the mountains somewhere, never seen a human before, apart from, you know, that it got caught and put in this arena with this man. So it's kind of scared. So it's going to run around and around and around and around this arena while this man allows it to. And if it stops, he's going to push it again. He's going to, you know, use his arm or step forward and make the horse run. Okay? So far we're learning that as he steps forward and makes a move towards the horse is going to run. Okay? Okay, good. So that's the first point I want to make. All right? So he might do this for, you know, between 2 and 5 minutes. It depends on, you know, who the person is doing this, all right, and, you know, what they believe and what's the best. And, you know, he'll also be looking at the horse to see, you know, how it's reacting as well, because it is an art. You know, it's kind of like an art form to be able to do horse whispering. All right, so eventually he's going to stop. This little man's going to stop and see. The horse eventually will stop. Okay, so there's going to be a man standing there, and the horse is going to be standing there, and they'll kind of be not looking at each other, because the man will have his eyes down to the ground. Okay, so in a submissive kind of pose, because now he doesn't want to be a threat. So he's going to bring in his behaviors, bring in his body language is going to be small. All right, so there's no arms going to be flying around. He's not going to be sending the horse away. He's going to bring it in and be what we would say, you know, more submissive. Okay, he's going to pull his head in, lose the eye contact with the horse. Before, he was staring the horse, you know, in the eye. Okay, staring at the horse. All right, now he's going to bring it in and be submissive. And then he's going to, you know, look up and see what the horse is doing. Now, some horses will do that pawing on the ground, and some horses might lick their lips, okay? And these are signs of submission in the horse, okay? Yes, I know you told me all of this, and you're very clever. Okay, Harry's just trying to get a little bit of credit here. Okay, fair enough. Okay. So, now we know that if we do these big kind of movements, we can push the horse away. You know, we can stare at the horse and look him in the eye and be confronting, right? And the horse will run. The horse will keep running and running and running because it's scared. It's in flight mode. Okay? It's in flight mode, right? Now, if we bring it in and rein the action in, and we become submissive, you know, eyes down, still there, still present, right? But being submissive. No big movements, right? No big gestures. The horse should, by now, be pawing at the ground or licking its lips, which are signs of submission. Signs that it's saying, okay, you're the master here. You're the master, and I need to follow you. Now, if the horse doesn't show any behaviors of submission, the horse whisperer will again start using bigger movements and look the horse in the eye, and, you know, the horse will start running again, running, and he'll only do this for a short time, and then he'll stop and stay still, and he'll come back to this submissive pose in the center, and then we should see the horse doing, you know, the licking of the lips or the pawing of the ground, or going into a smaller posture itself to say, okay, I see that you're in control now, and I'm starting to begin to trust you. Okay, so this is really important, this word trust. Okay, so what will then happen is that the man will stay small and he'll watch the horse and see what it does. Okay, so the horse should stay in this submissive, and as soon as it's not submissive anymore, he'll send it away. He'll keep sending it away and bringing it back, sending it away and bringing it back. All right, and eventually when the horse is very submissive and he can see that there's no more flight left in it, as in it doesn't want to run anymore, it just wants to be submissive. It might be crazily licking its lips, and it might even bring its shoulders in and face its chest to the man, the horse whisperer, and then he will know that the horse is ready. Okay, because when the horse faces the man, it's a sign of trust. All right. So then what the horse whisperer will do is he won't start walking towards the horse, right? He'll stay small. He'll stay small with eyes down, and he'll turn around and he'll walk away from the horse, which sounds counterintuitive, okay? Doesn't it? And the amazing thing is if you've ever seen this occur, right, you'll see this wild horse, a horse that's never been tamed before, actually move and want to follow, because it's recognized the leader. It's recognized the leader, and it wants to follow. Okay, it wants to follow something. It wants to feel safe with something. It wants to belong to something. Okay, so I wanted to bring this up because this can happen in the twin flame journey, where the divine masculine, let's say, he's the horse. Okay, and the more you chase the horse, all right, the more they'll run. And they're not running from you, they're running from themselves. They're running from the idea of actually working out in their own mind that it would be okay to connect with someone else. All right? So although it looks like they're running they're running from themselves. All right? In the twin flame journey, the runner is always running from themselves. And there is no chaser, really, because the divine feminine's just trying to send a message. Or vice versa. We can flip it. It could be the divine feminine that's being the horse, and the divine masculine, which is not as, it doesn't happen as often, but it does happen. All right? So the things I want you to learn from this video today is that if you chase something, right? If you chase anything, the law of attraction as an energetic thing, as an energetic theme, sees that you are in lack of it. Okay? And so it will run away. So if I went to go and chase Harry, he'd run away. He might think I'm playing chasey with him. Okay? But if I need to be with him all the time, if I need to keep messaging him all the time, if I need to say, when are you coming? When are we going to talk next? When are you going to call me? You know, and do all of this kind of behavior because I miss him. I know you miss me too, right? But if I do all of that, he'll keep running because he'll be like, hang on a minute. What's going on here? This is a bit weird. I'm being chased, right? You know, the divine masculine and or feminine, flip it how it resonates for you, can feel like they're being like preyed upon, like the horse in the arena. You know, if this guy's moving his arms around and bringing, let's say, too many messages or too many actions, overwhelming the horse will run. Because the horse is like, whoa, what's going on here? I need to run. I need to get away from this. It's too much. Okay? So then let's just say it's the divine feminine who is in the middle of the arena as the horse whisperer, right? If she comes in and be submissive, and I'm not suggesting that she doesn't be herself. That's not what I'm suggesting. But if she just reins her behavior in and focuses upon herself, notice how the eyes are down, away from what's outside of her. She's focused upon herself. She's got her own energy intact here. That's when the divine masculine, who's the horse, starts looking and turning around and saying, well, hang on a minute. Oh, all this attention's not on me anymore. And I kind of want to be with her again. And so divine feminine can look up a little bit and see that there's some interest there. And then she can completely turn around and work on herself, right? And then the divine masculine, if it was him, it can be divine masculine or feminine, but he's going to want to be with her. He's going to be like, hang on a minute, where's all this attention gone that I was getting? Where is it? She's turned around. She's not focused on me. She is really focused on him, though, because she's focusing on herself and they've got the same soul. But do you see how it resonates here with this horse whispering? We can make a metaphor out of it. If the horse whisperer, let's say it's Harry and he's the horse whisperer, had an apple and he ran up to the horse with an apple, the horse is going to run. We might give him 50,000 apples, and even though horses love apples, it's going to run away because it's just too much. And sometimes the divine feminine can come in and be too much. They can write, without, this is not being disrespectful at all, but they can write paragraphs and paragraphs and paragraphs about how they're feeling, and paragraphs about their life, and and on and on and on and on and on. And for the masculine energy in particular, this can be overwhelming. And so because it's too much going on, right, they will run, not from you, from themselves, because they don't know how to process it all. It's like when the horse whisperer man brings up his arm to make the horse run, the horse goes, yeah, hell yeah, I'm going to run, because I don't know what this is. And it's really confusing. It's too much. I can't comprehend it. So I'll run. And if I run, at least I'll feel safer in the knowing that I can run, that I'm not hemmed in. I'm not, right? Okay. The other thing I want to really bring up very, very quickly is that divine masculine is logical. All right. So mostly, okay, it's not, not set in stone, but the divine masculine is logical in general. In general, the male energy is logical. And in fact, if divine feminine comes in, and of course divine feminine's usually in her heart space, unless she's distorted, right? She'll come in her heart space and be, oh, oh my gosh, I baked this wonderful cake, and then I went down to the charity, and then I helped my auntie move house, and then after that I went and I was focused on spirituality, and I meditated, and I this and I that. And so there'll end up being this massive long paragraph about all this stuff that, perhaps she's done for the day, which is great. And, girlfriend to girlfriend, that's great, because, you know how girls talk a lot. Take the energies, how it resonates. Divine masculine and feminine can be in a different gender, of course. Right, but you know how the divine feminine seems to talk a lot and loves to talk, and in general, divine masculine's a little bit more logical, and he actually has little pigeonholes for every subject, mostly. So if you're talking about his favorite car, let's say, he's got a compartment in his brain for that. If you're talking about going jogging, there's another compartment for jogging. If you're talking about his love life, there's another compartment for that. If you're talking about, his work, there's another compartment for that. So if you can imagine a filing cabinet with all different sections, compartments, right? Divine masculine generally will compartmentalize everything. So if you're talking about golf, you want to stay on the subject of golf. If you're talking about work, you want to stay on the subject of work. Okay. Now, what divine feminine generally does, or the female energy, is she will connect everything as if it's a dot to dot. You know what I mean? Like join the dots. So she'll be like, well, on Thursday, I'm going out for lunch with my girlfriend, and then I might study for that course that I've been really wanting to do. And after that, I've got to pick up the kids from school. And then after that, I could possibly go through to mum's and make sure she's got enough, paprika for that recipe she's doing. And then, oh my God, my twin flame, I need to contact him. And you see, she just joins everything together. Okay, so this is like, this is divine feminine. How clever she is, right? And then she's kind as well. So she's like in her heart space, but she's joining all this stuff together. And then because divine masculine's logical, he's kind of going, okay, all right, so she sent me a message and she wants me to know that she's going to her mum's place and the paprika. Okay, I get that. And then, so that's her mum. And then her kids, and then she's going out to lunch with that. And so he's like, he's got all these compartments, there's one compartment for her mum. There's one compartment for the friendship that she's got with, I don't know, Betty Sue or whoever it is. And so he's like, well, hang on a minute. She just sent me this message and it's all about all of this stuff. And then he doesn't know how to respond because he compartmentalizes everything and wonders, well, hang on, do I focus on that subject and then that subject in his text? Do I say, oh, that's great that you're going to see your mum. I'm glad you're going to get her paprika. So that's that subject done and dusted. So he can reply to that. And then, oh, wow. Okay. So you're going to see your friend. That'll be nice. And then does he ask more questions about that or not? So he's kind of like mind bleep. So he's like, this is kind of why men think women are crazy, because they just can join all the dots to everything. And they're not crazy, they're just highly intelligent, and their brain works in a different way to a man's brain. A man will compartmentalize it all. A woman will literally just join it all together and say, yep, I'm going to see mum, going to pick up the kids, going to bake that cake, going to study, going to do this, going to do that. And Harry goes, OMG, women are crazy. The female energy is crazy. No, he didn't really say that. He didn't really say that. I said that. But can you see why the masculine energy just becomes overwhelmed? And then it's literally like this horse that starts running in the arena. Like, OMG, it's just too much. How do I even respond to that? And then if you come in and start saying, I love you and I'm in love with you and we're twin flames and we're this and we're that, and then you're talking about the favorite coffee and the dress you bought, and you can only imagine how freaked out your divine masculine can become. And it isn't any wonder that they're running away when they have a different way of thinking about everything. So if you can remember that, these points, if you chase something, anything, it will run away. If you kind of act more submissive and walk the other way, it should follow you, if it's meant to be, okay? If you bombard a masculine energy with too much, whether that's messages, whether that's phone calls, whether that's information, whether that's drama, right? They will wonder why there's so much going on. They won't understand it because they compartmentalize it. So maybe if you wanted to reach out to your divine masculine, you might say, would you like to go and play golf with me on the weekend? And that's easy then, because golf has its own little compartment, and they can talk to you about just golf. And then you'd bring up the next subject. Oh, I'd like to tell you that I visited my mum on the weekend, and we baked together or something, and she needed paprika. And then he can go, oh, okay. So he can answer them in turn. Okay, yep, right. She's talking about her mum. I can answer that. Yep, she's talking about golf. I can answer that. Yep, she's talking about the twin flame journey. I can answer that. Okay, you don't want to bombard someone. You don't really want to bombard anyone with a million different topics anyway, because it can be confusing. All right? So when you ask a question to your divine masculine and flip the energies how it resonates for you, but it can be confronting if you're adding all these different questions. Do you love me, and are you my twin flame, and are we going to get married, and when are we going to get married, and when are we going to build a house, and if so, where will we build the house, and if we build a house together, would it be in the city or the country, or would it be next to your mum's place, because I know that your mum likes you to be around her, and I wouldn't mind doing that, but however, I'd like 3 kids and a picket fence and oh my God, can you see the difference? So if you're talking about the twin flame journey, just talk about the twin flame journey. If you're talking about the house you want to get in the future, talk about that. But don't bring up all these topics in one go, because it's going to freak your divine masculine out. Okay? More likely than not. Unless they are... unless they're a magician and in their heart space and understand that the divine feminine is like this. Some divine masculines are highly intelligent and don't mind crossing subjects and doing this. Okay, so it's going to be unique to everyone, but this is also why separation can occur, because the divine masculine can feel like he needs to run away, not from you, but from himself, because his own compartmentalizing of these subjects just doesn't make sense. How do I answer her when she's talking about golf, and then the twin flame journey, and then are we going to get married, and then are we going to do this, and why didn't I ring her, and how come I wasn't texting her at 4 a.m. when she needed me, and it's all too much, because he doesn't join the dots. He doesn't do that. All right? Harry and I are sending you love from Australia. Thank you for being here with me. I hope this makes sense. If not, comment below and I'll try and answer you as best I can. All right. I love you very much. And I hope you have a beautiful day, night, afternoon or evening, wherever you are in the world. And I'll see you real soon. Okay. Bye.